Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
There's Mr. Fuego, one half of the Baseball Junkies podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. Two collectors with a common love of baseball cards. A league of her own, Mr. Fuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Baseball Junkies podcast. We had a week off because you could probably still hear a little bit in my voice. I was sick. I'm your host, Adrian, from A League of Her Own on YouTube.
And I'm your boy, Mr. Fuego.
We're happy to be back. We've got lots of baseball card news to share with you guys. And yeah, we're just going to get right to it. How you been, Battle Buddy? How was your last couple weeks?
It's been good, but it's better now that we're actually back on our regular schedule.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for all the kind messages and the get well soons and all that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, let's get right into it. We've got lots to talk about. Wow, haven't had that happen to me before. Just didn't load my upcoming release little thing there. Huh. All right, guys, we've got a lot of baseball card goodies. Actually dropped on Tops yesterday. 2023 Bowman Platinum mega boxes. They're about $100 on Tops. So those have gone up too. Looks like that's the regular format that we would always see at Walmart usually. You got your 2 autos in there. Bowman Platinum's one of those sets that to me is like super underrated. Beautiful set. Doesn't hold a lot of resale value, but I love it. I'm not going to be buying any of it.
Yeah,
I don't know,
definitely.
$100. It's nice to get the 2 autos, and it's a beautiful set, but it might be another one of those products. Just another product that I'm going to pass on again this year. We're looking at on October 18th, Topps Gilded, super expensive, 5 cards, $650. Everything's numbered super low. You got an auto in there. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we've got Topps Pro Debut. The hobby box is running about $67 and jumbos for about $98. You get like 5 autos out of those jumbos. Pro Debuts kind of spin off of kind of Bowman first cards and stuff like that, or pro debuts. Got a lot of guys in the minor leagues, a lot of prospects coming up. Super fun rip. Always usually pick some of this up every year because it's so many cool cards, cool inserts, 5 autos. I mean,
Yeah.
sure. So we also have Tier 1 coming out on October 25th at this time. That's another mid to high end set. What Tier 1, I think it's more high end because I feel like it's 3 cards, $225. You get auto relics in there. We did have I think biggest disappointment for a lot of us this week was Topps Stadium Club got pushed back to looking like
January.
next year. Yeah, so that's a bummer on that. Topps Holiday is available for pre-order on Walmart right now. If anybody, I love Holiday. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I probably will. I love Topps Holiday. So they're running just under $30 on pre-order at walmart.com right now. We also just I'm expecting to see rips of this like any day, I'm guessing. We were just talking about how the Bob Ross set dropped on Topps. And we all were like sitting there. We all kind of waited. A lot of us waited to see how much it was going to be. And $200 a hobby box of this Bob Ross.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they get people with the nostalgia, Bob Ross, like we're all at that age where we grew up seeing Bob Ross on TV all the time, painting the happy little trees, the happy little
How
bush.
dare you put a price tag on my childhood hero?
And that sold out super fast. The jumbo or the hobby boxes. I never saw the collector boxes on there, but I think maybe I probably saw how much the hobby boxes were and just clicked off there so fast that I didn't even see that there were the smaller collector boxes too. I don't know how much those went for. If they're like regular, like blaster box size, like for $25, or if they were something else. Hit us up in the comments. Let me know what those were. But we were looking for videos. I haven't seen anybody rip any of that yet. I have seen a couple singles and stuff on eBay, but man,
the prices that these folks are asking for and what they're being sold for on eBay, it's just amazing. It blows my mind. Now, just like what we was talking about. So like the collector's box comes with a paintbrush pen souvenir, if you will. Those are even commanding a premium on eBay.
Dude, I know. And I'm looking. So it was $200 on Topps, and like people are paying over $300 on eBay. You gotta be committed there. You love Bob Ross.
$20 for a pen.
$20 for a pen, dude. Like, is it an underwater pen? Like, can I take that to outer space?
Can I write underwater?
I mean, shoot. So that's what I've got for upcoming releases this week.
Now, just to throw it out there as a little fun, and it's outside of baseball, but you know how we always talked about how they're always coming up with these crazy, ridiculous releases and everything.
Oh God, you're not going to bring this up, are you?
October 13th, released a 2023 Leaf Pickleball
set.
Premier Edition.
How dare you bring that up in our podcast? How dare
I
you?
had to.
Might as well talk about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift too. Why don't we just throw all this garbage into the podcast?
So if you're into pickleball, it's out there.
Yeah. Like people, went to that card shop that's like 20 minutes away from me up here, and he said people been coming in asking for pickleball cards. Dude, what?
Ask and you shall receive.
I'm so out of the loop, man. I'm so out of the loop with that stuff. I've played some pickleball. It's fun, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I want to get into the recents. Let's get into the recents. Let's see if my my thing will play on here for us this time. Here we go. All right, product reviews. So really, all we've seen, tons and tons and tons of Topps update getting ripped. Just boom, boom, boom. It's hard for me to say it. Like I enjoy it. I've been enjoying it. It's not as good as 2022 update, in my opinion, but I'm enjoying the inserts. I'm enjoying, they've got, so the new Topps Gold. I know so many people are going to disagree with me on this. I know everybody's talking about how much they love the Topps Gold. I'm not excited about the Topps Gold set this year. I feel like the previous couple of years have looked nicer, but I digress. I seen on one of the channels that we frequent, somebody pull a Derek Jeter one. And I'm like, oh crap, I got to try to get that for my sister because it's pretty.
Since you're talking about what you don't like, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this bus I'm gonna throw you under this bus real quick. I'm not gonna mention Adrian's name, but somebody did say they're not a big fan of the new black gold variation either.
That's what I was just saying. What did I just say?
You said pure gold, unless I'm missing something. I ain't got my hearing aids in. My bad.
Okay. That's what I was just saying. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm sure when I see it in hand, maybe I'll be like, oh, all right, maybe it's better. But when I saw the picture of it on the site, I was like,
I mean, it's something different, I mean, it's a different design. Granted, it's still eye appealing, and if you look at how 22's product had for the black and gold, it mirrors when it first came out. At least this go around, they're coming up with something different.
I got to throw out one more thing for the upcomings. I wrote this on the top of my list and I forgot. And thank you to Hobby News Daily for reminding me that Topps Chrome update coming out here in the next month or so too. I don't have an exact date for it yet, but we were talking about that set because they've got a insert in that we're going to talk about later in Hobby News. So Topps Chrome update coming out too.
Okay, so as of right now, according to Cardboard Connection, Chrome update is scheduled to be released 11/15.
Oh, not till November. Okay, cool. We're going to talk about that product in the news, Hobby News later, because there's some insert in that. Oh, okay. Speaking of inserts, though, an update. These Stitches ones that I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
First Stitches. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm gonna see if I can't bring you guys up a picture of it. But First Stitches. And when I first saw this, I was like, oh, these are cool looking, not too shabby. But then when you get to reading about them, they're relic cards. They're really nice relic cards. Don't get me wrong. So let me search my messages here. Somebody sent it to me, and I get to reading it, and it's not like player worn or anything. It's literally says on the top, first mass produced jersey of this player, and then they made a card out of it, and I'm just like,
so
thanks.
It's not even worn and it's not even used.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's like Fanatics at the finest to me. Like Fanatics, they make jerseys.
Yeah, they're into the whole sports apparel.
Yeah. So, all right, here we go. I should be able to present this here for all to see. Introducing first stitch cards. So you get a look at it here, and if right on top here, authentic first mass-produced MLB jersey. And so they're low. Looks like they're going to be low numbered. Let me see. What was the Trey Turner? Yeah, out of 10. But I'm like, okay. But so the player didn't even wear it or nothing. So it's a cool looking card. I guess it's better than getting a napkin card. You
Yeah,
know,
I
I
agree.
mean,
And
so
just a disclaimer for those of you who are not live with us and you only catch us on your favorite podcast, if you was to look to where they have the calendars of the upcoming product releases, go to the Chrome update. It'll have everything broken down to include the pictures, and you'll see exactly what it is that we're referring to.
yeah, I think this product is coming out in update. I think you can pull this in up. Oh, did you just say update? Or you said Chrome update.
Chrome update.
I think this comes out in just regular update. If I
Okay.
correctly, but hey, don't quote us on that. I don't have the exact information here. I just when I first saw these, I was like, oh, these are pretty cool. And then you start reading like mass produced jersey. I'm like, oh God.
The only time we get to read fine print, it goes
Yeah,
against us.
seriously. I like the laid out inserts they got in there. They got the new some kind of new stars. I should probably bring up Topps updates checklist. There's some cool stuff in there. There's a lot of rookie debuts in there. Like I even read something where they didn't get all of the debut cards in this set because there were so many. And so
Now,
there's
I did hear people who did break this stuff and did videos on it. The rookie checklist was not as strong as compared to Series 1.
Series 1. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's take a rundown here of the checklist, which I think just to let you all you listeners out there, I think is more and more important to be looking at checklists these days. I'm not gonna lie. When in 2020 and 2021, I was buying anything and everything I could find because it was harder to find and
Right.
things were blown up and stuff like that. But now, like I almost feel like I'm preaching it in all these podcasts. I'm just very, very. I still like to rip stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm still buying blaster boxes here and there, but I'm not buying hobby boxes like I was. Very rare.
Especially
And
with these asking prices.
exactly, yeah, lots more singles to get the cards that I actually want, and it's a lot nicer on the pocketbook. So here we go. 2023 Topps Update Series cards checklist and teams list. They got, the silver packs. We talked about this a little bit 2 weeks ago. They did lower the amount of cards per pack and
Right.
raise the price a little bit and this and that. So just little tiny little tweaks they're doing to the collector there. You got your regular old, million freaking different parallels here, but hey, it's still cool. You got we'd be looking for our Independence Days and our Memorial
I'm
Days and
noticing they have a
oh,
Halloween theme on there too.
yeah, so I didn't realize this, but in the blaster boxes, the retail exclusive, like parallels of what do we got here? Bats. The bats are 101s.
The black cat
Witch
is the
hats.
10.
Yep. I
The
did see
witch
somebody
hat.
pull. I did see somebody pull like ghost. Here we go. Over here. Ghost foil. 1 in 56 packs. Jack-o'-lanterns, 1 in 21 packs. I feel like I saw a lot of jack-o'-lantern ones. So yeah. So that's kind of fun. That's fun. I don't know. I like the holiday themed cards. That's why, like we were just talking about Topps Holiday coming out. I always go crazy on that one. I got tons of that stuff. So, anyways, that's fun. That's fun. We got our 88 parallels in there still. There's the new Topps Black Gold parallel. This is the sticker auto one here. But I did hear somebody say it like it's kind of hard to see in this image here with the auto, but if you're looking at this, it looks like a big hockey stick where they did the Topps Black Gold in the gold that comes down and across in front of the player.
Right.
I wouldn't complain if I got an autographed one. I mean, just saying. They got that Stars of the MLB still. I thought that this was gone, but it's not, so that's cool. Whatever. This is a super rare Topps Revenants auto patch they're showing here of Julio Rodriguez. It's a beautiful card. I want to see more pictures of these inserts. Let's see. Oh, I have seen a lot of people post at that the set collectors that they printed card US 149, I believe, twice on 2 different players. Something
250
to keep
has
in
no
mind.
card.
What's that?
Number 250. There is no number 250.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. I think if you guys like Google it, look it up on Instagram, it'll pop right up for you. Base clear list. I wanted to see. Hopefully, I didn't pass it already. The inserts checklist. They got the base gold mirror images, so that the cards on the back that say SSP, and they've got a really cool image variation usually. All-star autographs, laid out autographs. Man, this is a big old set with tons of different things here. So,
Well, the one good thing about this year's update, we don't have those extremely heavy relic cards too.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
have
yeah,
the
that's
MVP
true.
plates.
Yeah, they don't have the helmet relic cards this year. I've been seeing the All-Star game. I already ordered one of my Bo Bichette relic cards, All-Star game cards. I think I got a friend gonna hook me up with a bunch of the All-Star game checklist cards. This is just personally what I'm collecting because I went to the All-Star game this year, and that's what I want to do. But they got the heavy lumber still, home field advantages, things like that. So, man, I was hoping I would have more pictures on here, but I do not. So definitely just, if you guys look at inserts on eBay, it'll probably be the best way to check out a lot of the new stuff in these sets. Here we go. We got debuts include laid out, and then the time spanning tandems. So that's what we got for Topps update.
And if you ripped into any of this stuff already and you're on the Discord, feel free to share those pictures with us.
Yes, please do. I didn't order any, and I didn't rip any. If I see a blaster out there, I'm going to get some. I did, one of our friends that was opening some the other day. I think I got a blaster box of it, but I've been ordering singles and stuff like that. Have you found any or ripped any yet? Or you plan on it?
As far as update, the one card that you did show me, the AKA,
oh yeah,
I ended up buying the Julio Rodriguez.
Yes, that was another insert set that's come out. It's like a new short printed
right now
AKA.
And what kills me when these new releases come out and you got all these individuals that's already ripping to the stuff and they're pulling those big names, they post them on eBay and they're asking for these ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
I mean,
you gotta wait. Oh, I mean, I would say I mean it sucks on those because it's like they're short printed. Or like, are you gonna see another one?
I mean, to be honest, like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring it up in the banter. I'll do that.
Copy that. That's what I've got. Okay. Other than that, like Topps updates, something that we've seen the most of. We are seeing more of those J-Rod collection boxes. You had a nice box open today on Loop on
did.
Hit Seekers. We'll talk about that more later too. That's low. I am digging that set. I'm digging that set. I'm gonna have a hard time not getting some more of that because, so many low numbered parallels. In the collector's box, you get the auto and then the inserts. Man, the inserts are cool. The Fountain of Youth inserts in the J-Rod Show Out collection. You guys look at those on eBay. Take a look at those. Those are good looking cards. So, all right, Battle. I think it's time. To move on. We're gonna get into some hobby news.
Let's do it.
My God, we have so much hobby news. I don't even know where to begin or to end. But there will be lots of laughing, I feel like. Let's start off with talking about the Taco Fractor.
Yeah, let's do that.
So in the past week, they announced finally what the Taco Fractor is all going to be all about. Especially like the wild card Taco Fractor that came out. Topps announced that if the player on the card, if you have the player on the card of your Taco Fractor steals a base in the World Series, you can win a lifetime supply of tacos at Taco Bell, which the more like detailed information on that is you'll get a $15,000 like gift
Digital
card to Taco
coupon.
Bell.
But I like how Topps actually broke it down though. So it technically is a $15,000 gift coupon, but at the same time, they also cut you a check for like a little bit over $5,000, just for tax purposes, so that you don't get shafted in the end.
I had a feeling that this whole Taco Fractor thing announced what they were going to make had, I know every year, if you guys don't you watch the World Series, they always talk about, hey, if somebody steals a base in the World Series, you can go the next day, get a
There's
free
always
taco
a
at
bounty
Taco
on
Bell.
something during the World Series.
And so I'm hoping in my mind, come on, they're like, if you have this card, you can like have Taco Bell meal with that player or something like that.
Yeah.
But then they dropped this Taco Bell for life thing, and I was just like, oh, I instantly thought of the guy that bought the Taco Bell wild card. And furthermore, if you guys didn't hear how they explained the Taco Bell wild card thing, if a person steals a base that doesn't have a Taco Fractor card, then that's where the wild card comes in place. And we know somebody spent $11,000 on one of those on eBay. And I'm just like, oh, if that doesn't teach y'all a lesson,
Yeah,
like right there, oh my God.
But if you like Taco Bell and you like baseball, then Taco Fractors are for you.
I like Taco Bell and I like baseball, but no. So I'm sorry. I can't wait for you guys. We do an after hour show on Mr. and Fuego's channel about a half hour after the podcast ends. I can't wait to talk to you all about that and see what your thoughts are on that, because I have not stopped laughing and then being like so disappointed at the same time in Topps and Fanatics with it.
I mean, it's a good collaboration. It shows camaraderie between two companies. Too much?
Dude, shut up. No.
I'm just
No. No. So, anyways, some more stuff.
I think they want to laugh some more.
I was gonna say we're gonna laugh some more. Are we gonna talk about Jeff Wilson and the book?
Let's talk about Sports Card Investor.
Sports Card Investor. I'm okay. I'm laughing. I kind of giggled to myself about talking about how they're working on this Sports Card Investing for Dummies book that's supposed to come out around March 26th.
Yes.
FYI. And I'm just like, don't get me. I'm not completely a Jeff Wilson hater. I'm not. I enjoy his channel. When it comes to investing advice or telling me what to buy or any of that stuff, I don't listen to you for that. Like a lot of the stuff that you said, collecting is very to each his own kind of thing. And you're just, I don't know what you're doing.
I'm almost tempted to pick up a copy just to see what content that he's putting out.
So he announced that, and I thought that was gonna be the big announcement.
He was like, "No, but wait, there's more."
So I'm actually not laughing at this. I'm watching this in wonder, because I'm not gonna lie. So the other announcement he announced, I think last Sunday, was he is and two other gentlemen are opening a 14,000 square foot card shop called Cards HQ in Atlanta, near where the Braves play. And he did like a whole layout of that. I got a link for the video on it in the description of this video. Go check it out. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I love sports cards, and it would be fun if I had just so much money I can just open this card shop and do all these things and have all these things. But I'm skeptical about it being a profitable business
Right.
and run. He's talking about always buying and all that stuff. And like, I'm not like, I'm not like a business person. I don't, I don't know the ins and outs and what the things he'd have to think of and stuff like that. But I just automatically think of like how, you know, how this would be profitable when you're thinking about 24/7 like online breakers. Like, are you paying? I mean, I assume you're paying those people and then I just there's just so many things that like I don't see how cards. I just don't there's gotta be a bigger picture that I'm not seeing. I'm hoping it's successful because I think it's like a freaking cool idea, like, that's like Disneyland of cards, you know what I mean? Like, so but, hey, I'm gonna watch and see, and I'm gonna hope, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna hear a lot about it on, like, sports card radio and,
So the link that I
stuff like
just
that.
dropped is
Yeah.
actually gonna be associated with this newly built card shop that will be happening early next year. Um Basically, I did see the video that Adrian mentioned, and just based off of what we saw in that video, the store is going to be massive. We're talking 14,000 square feet. They're going to be running their usual shows from that location. They're going to do online breaking there. You'll be able to pick up sealed wax singles. They have a little designated spot for kids. So I mean, I hope for the best with this. I
Yeah.
mean, you see the price tag associated with it. We're talking $3 million. I mean, it would
Yeah.
be nice to actually see how this turns out. But you know what though,
Yeah.
Adrian, when I see how he was advertising what his vision is for the shop, the first
Mhm.
shop that comes to mind, Hit Seekers.
Yeah. I thought about that too. Um, I haven't Hit Seekers, I don't think their store is as big, correct me if
No,
I'm
it's
wrong,
not. It's
but
nowhere near 14,000 square feet.
they have this, like, the same kinda thing going on, like, very modern, card shop. Drop their link in the, comments as well, please, because I
Yep,
think that they are a super cool shop that I've wanted to, if I ever get over to Kentucky, um, it would be cool to check them out, but,
definitely.
you go in, you could have a beer or, root and they got root beer for the kids and, like, break cards and all that cool kinda stuff, but this is intense, but how cool would it be? I'm thinking like, "Oh, I've" try to go to different cities to see ball games, how go catch a freaking Braves game
Mhm.
and then go walk on over to this card shop and
Just rip into some stuff and
and
throw a
now
few
and
back.
then there's gonna be online breaking 24/7, and then you can shop it online 24 hours a day. It's just it's a cool idea. It's like I feel like a little kid like dreaming up something like this kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him for doing this. Oh, if you guys want to be part of the team, he's hiring
And if you
all
live
these
in
people.
Georgia, in the Atlanta area, they are hiring.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing, sell your cards. So I'm wondering how that's going to go for him too. Because I think about you ever go to your like local card shop and like seen times people bring in stuff and they're like, oh, I got this and that. And it's just a bunch
Yeah.
of junk wax that's not, but everybody thinks it's like good. I just
Yep.
so
Bring a whole
it's
tough box full of 90s wax.
so that's the website for Cards HQ on there. And like I said, the video is linked up in the description. It's worth a watch. Check it out. I mean, if you love
Definitely.
cards, you can't not be curious, I feel like. So that's what I got. That's what I got for that. Um, dude, they pulled the Babe Ruth Superfractor got
They
pulled,
did.
and the bounty has been
claimed.
claimed, yes. And I'm drawing a blank on the breaker. I followed him and everything.
I believe it's Bulldog Sports Cards.
Bulldog Sports Cards. Uh, small breaker. He had, I mean, maybe a little over 1,000. I joined
Yeah.
up. I commented on there. He commented back. Was super nice. And yeah, $200,000 from David Adams later.
Mm.
I just blows my mind. It blows my mind. I was reading comments. People were talking about like, oh, it's a modern Babe Ruth card. Like, yeah, get rid of it for $200,000
Yeah.
with them because there's no way. At most that would have sold for maybe $2,000, maybe.
I mean, think about it. How many prospect Babe Ruths have you seen? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Yeah, copy that. So, yeah, so that was super cool. Chrome update. Okay, I want to talk
Chrome
about Chrome.
update.
Yeah, they're the MLB debut patches. We're gonna start seeing those in that product. So, like Mr. Fuego was saying earlier, it's supposed to come out sometime in November. Fingers crossed
November
it remains that
15th.
way.
Yes, hopefully.
These are going to be 101 cards from the debut of different players like Anthony Volpe, Patrick Bailey, Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll. Now you won't see the bigger names like Ellie De La Cruz or nobody like that. You'll probably see them next year.
See them later. Yeah, because this is not the only product that they're going to come out in. Just FYI. So those are good. I'm looking forward to seeing how those look and seeing who pulls them and what have you. So that'll be cool.
I'm also curious to see what's the because I know they're gonna make its way to eBay. What's the asking price gonna be?
I know. I'm curious too.
$55,000.
Yeah.
I'll pay that in a roll of quarters.
Well, I'm at that half hour mark. I think I'm going to run the trivia unless you want to talk about any more.
We still got a few more items coming up.
I know you still want to talk about. I was just trying to watch for time. I'm just trying to watch for time.
We got to make up for last weekend.
Copy that. Okay.
So one thing that actually came up, and it's a rare occasion that we actually bring this kind of stuff up, but we're going to have a nice little chat about some vintage stuff. So Cy Young, I'm sure everybody knows who that is. You know, the only player to have 511 career wins. He was actually a collector, and there was an article that I read on Sports Card Daily where a card that Cy Young personally owned that he signed, which was graded, is actually going up for auction under Heritage. And the specific card that I'm talking about is the 1893 Pfeiffer and Becker card. And right now, everybody is guesstimating that it's going to bring in minimum $250,000.
I feel like that's cheap.
I think it's cheap. I think they're underrating him.
So I actually saw this set on Pawn Stars several years ago. The entire collection, but I saw this card with they had the envelope and everything that he sent it in and all that.
Yes.
I mean, just goosebumps. Just a super cool. This is like a super oversized card. They call it a cabinet card. I thought that was cool. Yeah, it's neat. If you somebody that can afford something like that, good luck to you, and I'm happy for that's cool. So,
and then the one last thing I'm going to bring up, because there was two more items I wanted to bring up, but this whole thing with Panini and Fanatics, we'll save that for later on. But the biggest thing for those of you that like to send stuff to PSA, starting next year, as a specific date, we don't know yet, but there was an interview that Ryan Hogue did. If you don't know who that is, he's the president of PSA, and he announced that starting next year, with some of your higher end submissions, as far as grading tiers, the graders are going to actually add notes to justify that the grades that the card was given. And then depending on how that goes, though, that system will trickle down to the more lower submission levels.
And what did I say when we were watching that? Thank you, Tag.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
thinking PSA is starting to do that, move that direction, because Tag, if you guys go to Tag Grading and check out the way they're doing things, they got some high standards. I'm
They
thinking,
really do.
I mean, they're where, so I feel like if Tag hadn't done something like that, PSA would be continuing not, wanting to let, because think about it, like you start giving reasons why a card got a certain grade, and now you got people that are going to start battling you a lot more. It opens up a lot more room for arguments.
Yeah.
So,
But we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, absolutely. We might talk about that Panini and Fanatics thing in the banter a little bit, because that is another
we
little
could do
thing,
that.
good thing to bring up. So, but at any rate, we're at the little over the halfway mark here, and wanted to get some trivia in
The
there.
trivia.
Been 2 weeks. All right, let's go.
Get
Trivia
your thinking
time
caps on.
now.
All right. So for those of you who are not tuned in to us live here on YouTube, the question for the week is, what National League team is the oldest MLB franchise never to have had an MVP? And the answer to that would have been your New York Mets, which were established in 1962, formerly known as the New York Metropolitans.
And we didn't have a winner tonight.
We did not
We
have a winner.
stumped them. We stumped them. I was surprised at that answer. That's not the team that I picked in my mind. But I see, and I'm glad. Look at the answers we got here. People thinking the Reds, Indians,
The
Pirates.
Braves, the Padres, the Yankees.
Yeah, and I think hard on that. Well, so the Yankees, that makes no
Yankees
sense.
had an MVP last year.
Yeah, and then Padres. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm thinking Tony Gwynn. So that's
Yeah.
Braves. Like, I feel like a lot of people in the Braves like Chipper Jones and stuff like that. The Indians. That's a good one. I can't
Then
think.
we always have that one that wants to give a left field answer. I just didn't want to answer.
I was guessing the Royals, and then I'm like, oh no, probably George Brett. So, anyways, that was a good question. That one got gets people. And so, anyways, all right. Let's get into our top 5 of the week. Here we go. Right, being as it's playoff time in baseball, and it has been wild. This one is not a surprise to me at all. We got Corbin Carroll's Bowman Chrome first card, and pulling up good old sports card investor app here to look at my top 5. We have I'm sorry, this was his Bowman Chrome Refractor first. We've seen a 7-day increase, 44.2%, rightfully so, and 30-day increase of 41.8%. Corbin Carroll has had an amazing year, probably going to be Rookie of the Year, and now the D-backs have just, advanced into the next round of the playoffs.
Surprisingly.
Ooh, I know they were. I mean, they were definitely the underdogs, but God, they've been playing some good baseball. I really enjoyed their little pool celebration they had the other day. I mean, they took down the Dodgers, dude. It's crazy, and I'm happy for them. That seems like a really good core group of players, teammates, and stuff like that. So That's what I have for mine side of the things. What do you got there for sales, boss?
So the last sale actually occurred yesterday for a PSA 10, which fetched $150.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, let's get into number 4. Another rookie for that D-back team, Gabriel Moreno. This is a fun one. This is the 2023 Topps Chrome Radiating Rookies. This is a little bit short printed card. We've seen a 7-day increase of 102%, a 30-day increase of 136.5%. This card was selling for about 60. About 60, you probably pick it up for $60, $70 on eBay right now if you can find it. This is a case hit, so not as many of these.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that it's a case hit because the last one sold on the 11th at a PSA 10 for $300, but this particular one is a pop 2.
Pop 2. Interesting. This is a fun new parallel that came out in 2023 Topps Chrome this year. So fun. Good one. Good one for number 4 there. Let's go to number 3. So this is the 2012 Panini Prism base rookie card of Bryce Harper. You can pick this up for about between $12, $15 on eBay. We were kind of taken back when we saw this one. We're like, why Bryce Harper? Why, if you're gonna get a Bryce
Why a
Harper rookie card,
non-licensed product?
why this one? It's got to be that price right there, because I'm pretty sure the Topps rookie, flagship ones, they going, I want to say $30, $40, I think. So this is,
Yeah.
if you wanted to get a Bryce Harper rookie card, cheap deal. And this is the first year that Prism. Oh, is this the first year Prism? I'm getting it mixed up with Select. Anyways,
So what are the percentage rates that it's going for?
we've got a 7-day increase of 112% and a 30-day increase of 50%.
Yeah, so the last one that actually sold as a PSA 10 was yesterday for $105.
Oh, okay. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right. Let's get to number 2. All right, you're not seeing double. This is just the base 2019 Bowman Draft Chrome First. The one in the number 5 spot was the Refractor. So this is Corbin Carroll again. We're seeing a 7-day increase of 41.5%, a 30-day increase of 55%. I am seeing no Raws sales for this. I'm just seeing PSA 10s and PSA 9s. You could get a PSA 9, it looks like, for about $20. What do you got for the jump on that for the PSA 10?
So as far as a 10, the last one sold yesterday for $107.50. And as far as a BGS 9.5, which is the equivalent for the most part, $25.
I feel like that's not bad. I feel like for
No.
a Bowman Chrome First of Corbin Carroll. So
Yeah.
All right, that's a good deal on number 2. All right, guys, did anybody guess what number 1 is this week? It's a good one. I'm digging it. Consistently a beast year after year. We've got the 2020 Topps Chrome base Yordan Alvarez rookie card. When all of us were going crazy in 2020, this was one of the cards we were chasing.
Everybody slept on this guy.
And he has been consistently freaking awesome year after year. And now those Houston Astros just moving on up again.
Yep.
Just plowing people down again, whether we want it to or not. Yordan Alvarez is still coming up clutch. We've seen a 7-day increase of 41.6%, a 30-day increase of 62.3%. You can probably pick this up raw for about $5.
And it kills me with everything that Yordan has done, both in and out of the postseason, The last PSA 10 that is documented sold on the 12th for only $30.
Dang. His stuff is so cheap. I don't know why. He's amazing. So I've got some PC stuff of Yordan Alvarez in my collection that is not going anywhere because I'm telling you, I've said this before. He reminds me of David Ortiz.
Yeah.
He might be almost, if he keeps playing the way he is, he might be even a little bit better, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. He's doing good things. That is our top 5 of the week. Let us know what you guys think. Talk about it to us later in the Baseball Junkies podcast after our show on Mr. and Fuego's channel, about a half hour after the podcast. Let's get to the best or our favorite time of the podcast. It's banter time. Woo doggies. Okay, I'm gonna start this off. I'm gonna give you like an introduction.
Okay.
This morning you text me. It was morning for me. I don't know. It was afternoon for you. I don't know. And you got in a break. You bought yourself a box of the J-Rod Show Out collection.
I sure did.
On loop on the Hit Seekers, and it was freaking awesome, everybody. Tell everybody about it, Mr. Fuego.
So yeah, well, first off, I did order a box that it took 3 weeks to get because of the pre-order. It did come in today, so I will be dropping a video on that. But I was on loop this afternoon, and I only go on loop to go check out what Hit Seekers got going on, and I saw that they had J-Rod Show Out collection boxes. Now they're running in LCSs for about $235. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, I got $100 in loop credit. Why not? Let's do it. So I bought a box. I ended up texting Adrian. I'm like, hey, I'm on loop right now. I'm in queue to have my box ripped, you know, and on the weekends, I've learned the hard way. Do not text Adrian her time in the morning, because that's when she's doing furry mom things. Okay, she's always going out with her pups, doing hikes, whatever the case may be. So I was like, cool. I think she'll make an exception for this. So she replies back, all right, I'm driving back with the dog home now. Keep me posted. So I was like, all right, cool. I was next in line. I was like, hey, they're ripping Pokemon. I'm next. So we get into this whole thing with the Show Out collection. Now, mind you, the guy that was actually breaking the box for me, he's never ripped into it. It's a first for him. So he was just as excited. And everybody else that was actually in it wanted to see it too. And they only had 3 boxes. So when he was ripping into it, I personally was surprised. Okay. Despite there was certain things in there that I wish were bigger names, but the parallels that were pulled out of it, the autograph that was pulled out of it, and it was serialized too, completely blew me out the water. Okay. I don't want to give details as to what was pulled. When that stuff comes in, I'm going to go ahead and do a video on that. But I can't wait to rip into the box that I have here.
I know. You guys are, dude, it was a good rip. It was a good rip. Another thing, I know I've seen some people commenting on my hat today. This is a Seattle Mariners hat, guys. I know. This is the Topps Lids Mitchell and Ness collaboration. They had some of these hats at Lids, and if you buy the hat, then you would get a pack of cards, a 3-pack cards. And it said Lids, it was, just a collaboration set they did.
And it's not a junk pack either, from what I've seen.
No, I think, do I have all 3 sitting here? No, I sold one of them, but I pulled the Bo Bichette out of it, and I did a little short on this because it's just 3 cards, but I've seen some cool stuff. You guys go check out Hoosier Pulls. He had a good He's open 2 now. I didn't know when I went to Lids, they only had the Mariners, Astros, Yankees, Cubs, and there's one
So
other team.
you just killed the rumor. The rumor was, depending on what part of the country you in, will determine the hat variations in that area.
Hold on. That's the point I'm getting to. They had these hats, and this I tend to go for the West Coast teams. These are nice hats, by the way.
Yeah.
They got the little pin that comes with it. They got the nice
The patch on the side.
The patch on the side is where it's at, and then the inside, a nice color thing. Okay, so I didn't know. So they have the Topps Chrome set for Lids too, and you could go on to Lids website and order any team. I might still get my A's. They got a really cool Topps Chrome A's one, and they'll send you a pack if you order it online too. So might have to get another hat.
I would get the Yankees, but whoever designed that hat and whoever picked the colors needs to be fired.
Check. Okay, that's another thing. Go check again, because they got a couple different color schemes.
Oh, do they? Okay.
So you might like one of the other schemes. So anyways, just something to, keep in mind if you guys. So the other thing I wanted to let you know, especially, these hats are expensive, right? They're $50. Veterans discount at Lids. So only cost me $40, which is a little bit more reasonable. I don't know. I know we got some other military veterans, but there's always, usually, and then I think with Lids, you sign up, they're free things. Sometimes you get discounts and what have you.
Coupons in the mail, emails, stuff
all
like
that good stuff. And if you're just wanting to get a pack kind of thing. And I did see when I bought it, I was wondering how they did it. Like they bought the hat, and then they had to scan the pack of cards that they gave me. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, because I was thinking, I was like, if I could ask this guy if I could buy the packs separately. Mm-hmm. And when I saw him scanning it, I didn't ask. And I was got to talking to the guy at Lids, at my local Lids shop, and he was talking about how a couple of shops up north here, I'm in Oregon, accidentally were selling them early or something like that, and then that set packs were selling for stupid money on eBay, but the packs alone are reselling on eBay now for so the hat's $50 technically.
Don't tell me the packs cost more than the hats.
$40 on eBay. So I mean, that's what I got on that.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit in the hobby news. We'll bring it up. There was some further news with Panini and Fanatics.
Yeah, so there was an article that was published on the 10th, and basically it states here that the title of the article is Panini claims employee raid was key to Fanatics' move to persuade both the NFL Players Association and WWE to terminate the licensing deals. Okay, so right now that is Panini's argument in regards to this whole pissing contest that they got between Panini and Fanatics. And on top of that, there was also speculation about how Fanatics was planning on opening up a miniaturized headquarters right near where Panini is actually staged at, for the purposes of offering Panini employees competitive salary options just to move on over to Fanatics, which is basically kind of like another tactic in milking Panini dry, in my opinion. But right now, what I'm seeing here is the rated employees are mostly surplus to Fanatics staffing needs, at least until 2025 or 2026, unless Fanatics plans to or manages to shut down Panini's NFL and NBA operations before then. So, I mean, basically what I'm gathering out of this whole thing is Fanatics is grabbing Panini by the throat and literally just squeezing every breath that they have within that company.
Yes, they are going for the jugular. For sure.
Definitely.
So we will be, that case is going on now. So we're going to be following that story and try to keep you guys updated with little tidbits here and there of what's going on with that. So anyways, I'm trying to think what other cool hobby stuff. I got some PSA cards back. I should have a video, a small video. It's only like 3 or 4 cards, dual graded. I know you're going to have video soon.
Mhm.
Your J-Rod collection, show out collection box. That's going to be exciting. Yeah, keep on rolling the podcast. What else you got going?
Well, I mean, to me, it's kind of a big deal, I guess. But I was gonna, I'm impatiently waiting. But your boy has just applied for the YouTube partnership program.
Yes, you guys, huge news. Congratulate Mr. Fuego. He is getting monetized.
So we will see how that works out. Right now, I'm still in the queue. They're reviewing the channel. And again, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for each and every last one of you, to include you, Adrian, to make all this possible for me. So, I mean, I'm humbled, to be quite honest.
Congratulations, man. You totally deserve it. It's been a long time coming. I've been waiting for this day for you. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, awesome stuff, dude. Awesome stuff. So you guys know when you get into that monetizing thing, that's a huge milestone. It's really satisfying. And hey, man, you earned it, man. You work hard on this stuff. So freaking
definitely
awesome, man. All right, guys, we're right at the 6 o'clock mark. I wanted to kind of keep going, but you guys can kind of tell, I can feel it. My voice is starting to go. I want to cut the podcast right at the mark today and take a quick break and be ready to go on Mr. Enfuego's After Hours podcast show, where we talk to you guys more personally. Thank you, guys.
Tell us how you really feel about the topics we talked about today.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all the kind words, because we didn't go last week because I was super sick and lost my voice. You guys are wonderful. Have a good night, and we will catch you later.